This is the Fixie Inc Floater Race, my first ever fixed gear bike. Fixed gear means that if the pedals are spinning on the bike, the back wheel is spinning too, and vice versa. You can never stop pedaling, but you can ride backwards. Putting the bike together was not a problem, but it comes with really small low quality tools, so if you have normal tools at home, use those instead. It looks good. The frame is matte black and there are almost no color accents on it, which is what I wanted. I removed the reflexes from the wheels, which may or may not be legal. It has a flip-flop hub, which means that you can choose between using the fixed gear or a traditional single-speed gear that is not fixed. This made the purchase easier because it means that I can still use the bike even if it turns out that I don't like fixed gears. Since the brand is called Fixie Inc, I took for granted that the bike would be set to fixed gear by default. But right about here is when I realized that it was not. This means I had to get my hands dirty. Well, I had to grab a brand new chain twice, so not very dirty. It's not hard to remove and flip the back wheel, but it definitely took some effort to balance the wheel and make sure that the chain was not too loose when I reattached it. Yeah, look at those pedals moving in sync with the wheel. Time to try this out. Always wear a hockey helmet. First ride ever, and it went okay. I kept forgetting about the fixed gear about every 10 seconds though. It's gonna take some getting used to for sure, but the feeling is nice. This clip is fake, by the way. Okay, here are a few things to consider about the constant pedaling. First of all, you can do fun and weird things like this. But you also have to keep pedaling in every turn, so don't lean too much or you will slam a pedal into the ground. You also have to keep pedaling when you jump up on a curbside or something, which make things like that more challenging. A lot of experienced riders don't even have handbrakes. I guess they push back or skid to slow down, but that seems like a really dangerous way to go. It's even kind of difficult to stop riding and get off the bike with brakes because of the constant pedaling. These are my first attempts to ride backwards. It's very hard and it will require lots of practice. I guess step 1 would be to become balanced enough to be able to stand still before I try going backwards, but I just had to try it on my first day. That one was pretty good. Going backwards is so weird not only because you are facing the wrong direction, but also because you are now operating a bike with back wheel steering, which is completely different in terms of finding your balance. It's like a two-wheeled forklift. Alright, I feel ready to put this bike to the real test. A 3-minute ride to buy a hamburger. Do we have this? We have this. Okay, we haven't actually gone over the basics yet. Why would you want a fixed gear bike in the first place? There are a few reasons. First of all, it's different, challenging and fun. I get really excited by riding it, and that's a good enough reason on its own. But except from that, it's also a very durable bike, since there are fewer parts on it that can break. And this also makes it cheaper than other types of bikes. Like most things, the price range can go infinitely high, but it starts very low. Here in Sweden, the cheapest one I could find at the moment was 2,700 crowns on sale, and that's including tax. That one would have a pretty heavy steel frame though, so I paid 1,000 crowns extra for a light aluminum frame. It's still very cheap compared to other bikes. If I want to take my fixed gear riding to the next level in the future, I would buy a high quality lightweight steel bike with high riser bars instead of drop bars. It would cost me about twice as much. All in all, I think fixed gear is awesome. I recommend trying it.